Hey, how you guys doing? Normie Gardner here. Happy St. Nicholas Day. Just got done putting in stuffing my kids' shoes with candy, and so now I'm going to just take a walk and make a video. And today I want to talk about Dr. Jordan Peterson and his Bible series and some things about them that really annoy me. Now, I gotta make the usual disclaimers first. If you like the Bible series, that's fine. If you like Dr. Peterson, that's fine as well. My wife and my sister love him. So he's like becoming mainstream. He's like, becoming a really big deal, and I have no problem with that. However, the problem I have with his Bible series are, there's a couple things. First of all, I've watched nearly all of them. At the time of this video, he just came out with a few more about Jacob's Ladder, I believe, and Wrestling with God. That's where I'm at right now. But I've watched all the other ones from the beginning to the excruciating end because they're really long and it takes a long time to get to the point. And I have some things to say about it because, here's the thing, all right? These videos about the Bible, they're okay, but they're not perfect, and in some cases they're very deeply flawed. I'm speaking from the perspective of somebody who has read the Bible, along with many other things, and who's also read and listened to series on the Bible. For example, there's a great series I'd recommend by Dr. Bill Creasy. Unfortunately, it's not free, but I think it's not that expensive either, about the Bible, which takes the Bible's stories and goes through them as an archaeologist, as a historian. This is a guy who is an expert on. He's an archaeology expert. He's a doctor of archaeology, I believe. Expert on the ancient languages. Expert on. He's done expeditions and done digs in Israel and other places that are mentioned in the Bible. So it's really fascinating, and it really because these stories that in the Bible. I mean, and this is true for all the history books in the Bible. They don't take place in this archetypical fairy land. They took place in a real place. The historical figures in the Bible are real historical figures, or purport to be. And the land that's mentioned in the Bible, it's real land. They know where these things are. I mean, Abraham's tomb we know where it is. It's in Israel. It's right there, I mean, so they're very historical things. And here's the thing, with Jordan Peterson, you get the idea that it's all just, he's using the Bible to talk about something else entirely. That's the impression I get, okay? I'll give you an example. The first series in the Bible series was called something about the evolution of the idea of God. And I started watching it, and I thought, maybe this will be about the concept of God, which is a concept that fascinates me. Maybe it'll be about, is God transcendent? Is God immanent? What does the word God mean? The Christian idea of the Trinity. Very fascinating, very complex topic. Well, what does that mean? Start listening to it. It's about lobsters. It's about lobsters and wolves and the dominance hierarchy. And I listened to 2 hours of the dominance hierarchy, and the next video is another 2 hours about other topics that really don't interest me at all. I'm not interested in biology or evolution. I'm not saying that evolution isn't true. The topic doesn't interest me. Not very much anyway. Okay, big whoop, We evolved claws and stuff. Who cares? I mean, whatever. For me personally, it doesn't interest me. But more importantly, it has nothing to do with the idea of God. It just doesn't. And certainly not the idea of the Trinity or the Christian, Judeo-Christian God. Certainly not. I mean, and so I got the impression that I left those videos with the feeling that I've been bamboozled, that I've been swindled, that I've been, because I kept on thinking when I was watching these videos, okay, when do you guys get about, the ideas of God? Because that would make sense. But no, he went off on this whole evolution and psychology and stuff. And I remember when he talked about the Adam and Eve story. Well, now, whatever you think about the Adam and Eve story, it's a very deep story. I mean, and it's a very significant story, and it attempts to explain things about human nature. And so, forgive me, but I was a little bit disappointed when he spent an hour and a half talking about snakes and how our vision is better than is designed to catch snakes. Like, I don't care. I really don't care. I mean, the evil figure in the story, well, I think it would be the same if the evil figure was a badger or a tiger or another predator. It doesn't matter. The point was that it was bad. I mean, maybe it does make a difference. But in any case, I mean, if he was going to talk about snakes, you think you would at least look at the original words in the Bible and maybe look at what the word that's translated as, quote, snake means. Because guess what? It means shining one. That's what the word means. It's translated as serpent, but the word actually means shining one. Interesting little factoid about the Bible that Jordan Peterson could have told you, but he didn't, because he wanted to talk about this cool book he read about snakes and stuff. Like, that's nice, but I was here to talk about the Bible. You know, that's what I'm interested in, is the Bible. That's why I clicked on this link for the Bible. And I saw this in the comments too. It's full of Jordan Peterson fans. I'm laughing because I'm thinking of that Medicare video. It's so funny, and like how awesome Peterson was. I mean, you know, I'm not saying Peterson's a bad guy. He's obviously a very bright guy and has lots of insights. But I mean, again, I was here to talk about the Bible. So that really peeved me off. But I kept watching, and I have to say this, that later on, Jordan Peterson did say, like, I'm learning more about the Bible and I'm trying to come out here with more than I'd started. Yeah, that's true. I'm glad he said that. The fact remains, though, that I felt like some of this story was actually kind of a waste of my time, and I wonder how many other people think the same thing. I mean, this was all made clear to me that I don't think Peterson did his research enough. I just don't think he did. At one point, like 5 videos into this series, he mentions how he found BibleHub.com. Like, he found, like, there's this great website that has all the different translations, and all these people have gone over this. Like, what he's talking about is like, this is like basic Bible stuff. I mean, it's really like Bible Hub. If you want to look up a Bible verse, or look up, like, well, I heard this is in the Bible. Let me quote. The first thing that comes up in Google search results is Bible Hub. And there it has, like, 15 different commentaries, because lots of people have commented in the Bible and gone through it word by word and given their takes on it. And it seemed like Peterson, Dr. Peterson, just learned about this, like 5 books into the series, or 5 videos into the series. Like, really? You didn't even look, you didn't Google Bible? Maybe he did Google Bible, but the point is that it started off with, like, okay, this is what I'm going to tell you, but what I think is I'm going to use the Bible as a starting off point for something completely different, you know? I was listening to the one about wrestling with God. Again, like the title, I'm halfway through the video for the latest lecture, and the title's Wrestling with God. Now, this is a fascinating image in the Bible where Jacob, who's like a bad guy, literally wrestles with Almighty God. And this is like, as a character in the story, the person he's wrestling with is a person who created the universe, but he's wrestling with him like a man. So that's really interesting. I'm halfway through the video. He hasn't mentioned it yet. He's talking now about the obelisk and how, the city is important and city walls. And I'm like, yeah, that's great. Can we get to the wrestling with God part? I'm an impatient person, ironically, because I'm making these long-winded videos. From what I've seen in the past, I'm scared that I'll get to this end of this video and it'll be long 45-minute tangents on this or that or any subject except for the actual Bible, which is what I came to listen to. So I hope I'm wrong. I hope that he improves. But so far, there are some he's got to tighten these things up, man. I mean, they're not like, this is my final thought. If you really want to learn more about the Bible, please don't stop with Jordan Peterson. And if you think that you know where the Bible came from or where these stories came from because of Dr. Peterson's take on them, you should know that he doesn't seem very informed about the Bible yet. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It's good to know more about the Bible, and I'm glad that he's curious. But I think that it's important that you all know that this guy's a novice just like you are. I mean, if you're someone who doesn't know anything about the Bible and is just interested in the Bible, don't stop there. Learn more. I'm I can't give you all, like, I'm not here to tell you how to learn more. I mentioned the Dr. Creasy series, which is really good. Fortunately, not free, unfortunately, but yeah, don't start stop with Peterson. I think that he's a novice, and I think that his videos have a reputation that, that I don't know if they deserve. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel.